Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. This time, we're looking at how to build a chimney sweep business.
A chimney sweep business.
Not just into a good living, we're talking millions here.
Oh, wow.
Multi-million dollar level. And our source material for this one is this book,
Okay.
which has all sorts of insights
Yeah.
that go way beyond just chimneys.
What's really interesting about this book is the combination of sort of ancient wisdom with like very modern business strategy.
Oh.
It uses Sun Tzu's The Art of War as like to illustrate business principle.
Sun Tzu for chimney sweeps.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does that even work?
So if you think about Sun Tzu, like knowing your enemy, knowing the terrain,
Right.
in business, knowing your enemy is knowing your competition.
Okay.
So really understand like who are your competitors, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, where are they in the market, where are they geographically, and then knowing the terrain, like if you're in Seattle,
Yeah.
it rains all the time, so you're going to offer waterproofing.
Oh, so like if I'm in Seattle, I'd be focusing on waterproofing. But if I'm in like Arizona, super sunny, it's more about chimney efficiency and year-round maintenance.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're adapting to the environment, to your specific geographic area to really kind of stand out from the competition. And then, of course, like the big one is knowing yourself.
Yeah.
So like what are your company's strengths and weaknesses, and do
Ah.
you have a team that can adapt to those different regional differences?
And that's what gets really interesting for me because to build a multi-million-dollar business, it's not just about being a good chimney sweep, you've got to have a good team.
Right.
And the book talks about how like employee loyalty changes as a company grows.
Yeah.
Like when it's a small team, people are loyal because it's like a camaraderie, it's
Mhm.
like a family, you're all in it together. But as the company grows larger, the loyalty shifts to more of like the prestige of the brand
Hmm.
or the stability that you perceive being part of a larger organization brings.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So like recognizing what motivates employees at different levels of that growth is key
Absolutely.
to good leadership.
Hmm.
And speaking of leadership, this book is a fan of what they call slow to hire, quick to fire,
Yeah.
which is a pretty bold statement.
Hmm.
I can see how you would want people who are like a really cohesive team,
Mm-hmm.
but finding skilled labor, especially in a specialized field like this, seems like it's tough enough as it is. How do you balance those two things, like taking your time to hire, but being quick to let people go?
The book argues that if you are incredibly thorough on the front end with your recruitment,
Okay.
you actually minimize the times that you have to fire people
Interesting.
because you really take your time. You find people who really fit your culture, they fit the skill set,
Right.
and it's an investment in long-term stability. And then if somebody really isn't working out, quick action protects everybody.
I mean, it's a tough approach, but it's logical.
Yeah.
So we've got the team, we've got the strategy in place. Now comes the money part. What does this book have to say about building that multi-million-dollar financial foundation?
It's actually very practical advice.
Okay.
It talks about securing funding, especially at the start. You're going to need to get a
Mhm.
truck, some equipment, maybe take out a small business loan,
Right.
and then managing credit wisely. So they talk about using credit cards
Okay.
for cashback rewards, but paying them off immediately.
So no racking up debt.
No racking up debt. And then this is where it gets very memorable.
Okay.
Don't buy boats, bars, or limos.
I guess the chimney sweep yacht's going to have to wait.
Yeah.
But seriously, it makes sense to keep that spending in check, especially when you're trying to grow substantially.
Yeah, I mean, living below your means and sometimes significantly below your means is really important for that long-term sustainability.
Right.
And remember, your credit rating is really your business's financial resume.
Mm.
So the better your credit is, the more opportunities that will be available to you as you try to scale up.
Totally makes sense. So we've got a solid team, we've got a smart financial plan. How do we get the word out there? What does this book say about marketing and sales for chimney sweeps?
It kind of gets into the whole branding versus call to action thing.
Right.
So branding is like planting a forest.
Okay.
It takes a long time. It's this long-term play. You're creating this really recognizable presence,
Mm-hmm.
whereas call to action is like selling a tree.
Gotcha.
It's like immediate, it's response-driven.
So I need both. I need the force of the brand, and I need to sell the individual trees.
Yes, you do.
Okay. To get clients in the door right now. But how does that translate to an actual marketing plan? What are the trees for a chimney sweep?
So the book talks about this concept of a job average.
Okay.
So that's essentially your revenue divided by the number of jobs that you do.
Okay.
But it's not that simple. It's impacted by the types of chimneys that you service, the skill levels of your technicians, and even your sales strategies.
So, like, if I can successfully upsell clients on, say, a chimney cap installation
Yeah,
or a dryer vent cleaning, that's going to raise my job average, which is going to give me more revenue per job.
exactly.
Gotcha. That's smart. And it also mentions the power of aligning with an established brand.
Mm-hmm.
Like in this case, it brings up chimneysweeps.com, which is a pretty big name in the industry.
Right.
And the idea is you can kind of tap into their marketing resources, their training programs, their network of support. So
Mm-hmm.
you're not reinventing the wheel, you're leveraging this existing framework to build your credibility and reach more customers.
Exactly.
That is strategic. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about turning those chimney sweeps into sales experts.
Okay.
Because the book goes into this 12-step procedure, which is a little long for us to go through
Yeah.
point by point, but what are some of the highlights?
One of the things that it really focuses on is building a strong foundation, both mentally and physically.
Mm,
So, like having a healthy mindset,
right.
eating well, exercising.
Interesting how it ties personal well-being into sales success.
Yeah, like it's not just about technique, it's about
Yeah.
the whole person.
Yeah.
And then they also talk about the power of visualization.
Oh, like manifesting?
Yeah, so, they encourage you to actually rehearse a successful outcome in your mind.
Okay.
Like to give this example of Jonathan James McCarthy, the athlete.
Right.
He visualized himself holding the championship trophy
Yeah.
before he actually won it.
I love that. Okay, so I'm going to visualize myself closing this big sale,
Yeah.
feeling confident, competent. What else do they recommend?
Um, Also, understand your why. Like, what's your deeper motivation for all this hard work?
Right.
Are you trying to provide for your family? Are you trying to achieve some personal goal? Are you trying to just build something successful?
I mean, having that bigger purpose definitely makes those day-to-day actions more meaningful. It's not just about cleaning chimneys, it's about building a legacy. But back to the practical side, how does it actually tell these chimney sweeps to approach a sales conversation with a client?
So it outlines a 12-step process that really covers everything from building rapport with the client
Okay.
to explaining your findings during the inspection
Mm-hmm.
to showcasing your company's expertise
Right.
and then ultimately closing the deal.
So you're more than just a technician.
Right.
You're like a trusted advisor
Yeah.
who can guide clients to the best solutions. Are there any specific strategies in there that stand out?
One of the things that they suggest is offering a 10% discount off of any of your competitors' quoted repairs.
Oh, wow, that's a bold move.
Yeah, it's bold,
Hmm.
but it really shows your commitment to providing the best value.
And I imagine for somebody who's already price shopping, that's going to be really appealing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered strategy, finance, sales. What's next?
Let's move on to customer service, which might seem like a back office function, but the book argues that it's really the unsung hero of a thriving business.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does the book approach customer service for chimney sweeps?
So they say it all starts with first impressions,
Right.
and often your customer service representatives are the very first point of contact.
Mm-hmm.
So they're shaping a client's perception of your business.
Yeah, if I'm calling to get my chimney cleaned, if that person is friendly, helpful,
Right.
that's going to make a big difference in whether I choose you or the next guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they emphasize that investing in skilled customer service can actually improve your bottom line.
Interesting.
So they have this example of two companies. Company A pays their reps more,
Okay.
but they're highly trained and they're super efficient and they convert a lot of calls to appointments.
Okay.
Company B goes the low-cost route, but they end up being less profitable because the rep isn't as effective.
Wow. Yeah. So you can actually be penny wise and pound foolish when it comes to customer service.
Exactly. It's an investment, not an expense.
Yeah. Right. And it's not just about hiring the right people, it's about continuous improvement. Right.
Absolutely. So the book recommends monitoring your calls, looking at those conversion rates that we talked about, and really providing targeted training for your customer service team to really keep those booking numbers up.
So it's not just set it and forget it.
No.
You're constantly analyzing the data and refining those customer service strategies
Absolutely.
to maximize your profits.
Mm.
Okay, I like that. Now, this book gets a little futuristic with some of its ideas.
Yes, it does.
And I want to talk about these AI-powered drones
Oh, okay.
that it envisions being part of the future of the industry.
So picture this, right?
Yeah.
You have a drone. It's equipped with AI and high-resolution cameras.
Okay.
It flies up the chimney, captures these images of the interior,
Mm-hmm.
way more detail than a human eye could ever see.
Right.
And then It analyzes those images in real time,
Oh, wow.
identifies any potential problems,
Mm-hmm.
assesses how severe the damage is,
Mm-hmm.
and then generates a report and sends it to the homeowner's smartphone.
That sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
It does.
But how does that practically work?
Well,
As a chimney sweep today, before we get to the drones,
yeah.
are you using a CRM system to track your client interactions and their service history
Right.
and personalize the communication?
Are you letting customers book online?
Oh, good point.
Make it easy for them to schedule.
So before we get to the crazy futuristic stuff,
Yeah.
let's maximize what we already have.
Right. Focus on the fundamentals.
I mean, I could see how a CRM system would be a total game changer
Absolutely.
for organizing all that data, for providing that personalized service that the book's all about.
Yeah. And don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Okay.
So AI isn't just about those drones.
Right.
It can analyze massive amounts of data, like the data that your business generates every day.
Interesting.
And it can help you identify your top performing marketing channels. It can evaluate employee efficiency. It can make all sorts of really smart recommendations as you scale up.
That's a lot of power. It seems like the chimney sweep industry is at a crossroads here.
It is.
Embrace AI and all these advancements, or risk being left behind?
I think that's the main takeaway.
Okay.
Now, let's go back to the nitty-gritty of running a chimney sweep business.
Okay.
Like hiring practices,
Mhm.
payment structures,
Yeah.
legal compliance, all that fun stuff.
All the details that can make or break you. Let's start with hiring. Finding qualified technicians seems like a never-ending struggle in this industry. What does the book suggest?
They talk about really having a thorough approach to hiring.
Okay.
So it's not just about skills.
Right.
It's about finding people who align with your values.
Got it.
So honesty,
Yeah.
a strong work ethic, a positive attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are just as important as being able to do the job,
Especially as you're building a larger team.
especially as you're building a larger team.
Okay. And I imagine having a clear employee handbook from day one sets those expectations
Absolutely.
and creates that consistent framework for everybody. What about payment structures? Salary, hourly, commission?
Right.
What's the best way to go?
They go through the pros and cons of each.
Okay.
And it really depends on your business model, the types of services that you offer,
Right.
and even the individual roles within your company.
Okay.
But the main thing is to understand the legal requirements
Right.
for each of those different structures.
Got it.
Compliance is key.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around with that. Speaking of legal, this book talks a lot about OSHA compliance. Why is that such a big focus?
Well, chimney sweeping has inherent risks.
Yeah, you're working at heights, you're dealing with potentially hazardous materials.
Exactly.
So OSHA's there to protect your employees
Right.
and to create a safe working environment.
It's not just about avoiding fines. It's about building a culture of safety.
Right, it's got to be baked into everything you do.
Right.
Okay, what about training? Obviously, the technical skills are important, but the book seems to emphasize more than just that.
Yeah, technical training is a given, but you really need to have comprehensive programs that cover things like customer service,
Mm-hmm.
sales,
Okay.
safety protocols.
So you're really giving your employees all the tools they need
Right.
to represent your company well.
And provide that consistent experience to every client.
And I imagine ongoing training is just as important as that initial training.
Absolutely. You have to keep up with the latest advancements
Yeah.
and refine those skills.
It's an investment in your employees' development, which benefits everybody. Okay, let's get into the day-to-day operations. The book talks about the importance of what they call SOPs, standard operating procedures. Can you explain why those are so crucial?
Think of them as detailed instruction manuals
Okay.
for every single task in your business.
Wow, okay.
So from answering the phone to conducting an inspection
Right.
to doing a chimney repair,
Okay.
and they ensure consistency and efficiency,
Right.
regardless of who's actually doing the job.
Yeah. So it's not just Bob's way of doing things, it's the company's way of doing things.
Exactly. It's about creating a system that's predictable and reliable
Hmm.
and that builds trust with your clients and minimizes errors.
Makes sense, especially as you scale and bring on more employees. So rather than relying on individual habits or preferences, everybody's following these established procedures.
Right.
Okay. What are some practical tips for creating effective SOPs?
They say to start by identifying your key tasks
Okay.
and then outline the step-by-step procedures for each task
Mm-hmm.
and make sure to incorporate safety protocols
Got it.
at every single stage.
At every stage.
And then, of course, you have to train your employees on those SOPs
Right.
and review them regularly to make sure they're up to date.
So it's a living document. It's not just a one-time creation.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. What about managing jobs and materials? Because things can get pretty hectic when you're juggling multiple projects and dealing with suppliers. How do you keep it all straight?
They have some really good tips for that. One of the things they suggest is using a color-coded spreadsheet
Okay.
to track the status of each job.
Okay.
So green means everything's good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow means that materials have been ordered, but you haven't received them yet.
Okay.
And red highlights any urgent issues.
Gotcha. So it's a simple visual way to manage your workflow
Exactly.
and stay on top of things.
And they emphasize the importance of daily reviews.
Okay.
So every morning, you're checking that spreadsheet, you're prioritizing your tasks,
Right.
addressing any potential problems,
Got it.
and you're just making sure that everything is running smoothly.
So it's about being proactive and staying ahead of the game,
Absolutely.
which seems to be a recurring theme in this book.
It is.
Okay, what about customer follow-up? You don't want to be letting those potential leads slip through the cracks.
They suggest using a similar spreadsheet
Okay.
to track your customer follow-ups.
Got it.
So you're logging every interaction, scheduling reminders,
Oh.
making sure that you're consistently nurturing those relationships.
Right.
And it's all about creating a system that maximizes those conversion rates
Right.
and makes every potential client feel valued and attended to.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day and forget about those crucial follow-ups.
Absolutely.
So a system like that could definitely help you stay organized and prevent those missed opportunities. Now, let's talk about something essential for any legitimate business certifications and licensing. Why does the book put such emphasis on this?
It's not just about checking boxes for legal compliance.
Okay.
It's about building credibility
Mm-hmm.
and showing your clients that you are an expert in your field.
So it's like a stamp of approval.
Exactly.
Like that gives them confidence that they're hiring a professional
Exactly.
who knows what they're doing. What specific certifications or licenses does it recommend?
So contractor's license is typically required
Okay.
to do any work that involves altering or repairing a structure.
Right, which obviously applies to chimney work.
Yeah, so getting that license can be a bit of a process.
Mm-hmm.
You often have to take exams, prove your experience,
Right.
but it shows your clients that you're legitimate.
It's a sign of professionalism.
Exactly.
Shows them you're not just some fly-by-night operation.
Right.
Okay, what about more specialized certifications, like ones that relate to, say, masonry or HVAC work?
The book encourages chimney sweeps to consider broadening their services
Okay.
by getting certifications in related fields.
Interesting.
Not only does that allow you to offer a wider range of services to your clients,
Right.
but it really demonstrates your expertise
Mm-hmm.
and your commitment to professional development.
It's like you're becoming this one-stop shop for all their fireplace and chimney needs.
Exactly. And remember, staying up to date on codes and regulations is also really important.
Right, because those things can change.
They do, and they vary by location.
It's about staying ahead of the curve, making sure your business is always operating legally and safely. Now, let's talk about contracts. Why does this book put such importance on having a well-written sales contract?
A contract protects both you and the client.
Okay.
It outlines the scope of the work,
Mm-hmm.
payment terms,
Right.
warranty information,
Okay.
all those important details.
Gotcha.
And it ensures that everybody is on the same page.
Right.
And it minimizes the potential for misunderstandings or disputes.
So it's not just about legalities, it's about setting those clear expectations
Exactly.
and creating a transparent professional relationship with your clients.
Absolutely.
What are some key elements that the book recommends, including in a chimney suite contract?
You want to have a detailed description of the services,
Okay.
a clear payment schedule,
Right.
information about any warranties that you offer,
Got it.
limitations of liability,
Okay.
a process for resolving disputes,
Mm-hmm.
and a cancellation policy.
Wow, so it's really comprehensive.
The more comprehensive, the better.
Yeah, cover all your bases.
Exactly.
Anticipate those potential issues before they even come up. Are there any unique contract strategies that they recommend?
One of the things that they suggest is offering an unlimited labor or materials warranty,
Wow, okay.
but contingent on the client scheduling annual inspections.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it shows confidence in your work,
Yeah,
but it also encourages repeat business.
it's a win-win.
Exactly.
Okay, that's clever. Now, let's talk about something that no business owner wants to think about, but it's absolutely crucial. Insurance. Why does the book stress the importance of having comprehensive coverage?
Insurance protects your business from potential risks.
Okay.
So, whether it's an accident on the job
Right.
or damage to a client's property or
Yeah.
even a lawsuit,
Okay.
having the right insurance can really be the difference between surviving a tough situation and facing financial ruin.
It's about that peace of mind, knowing that you're protected if something unexpected happens. What types of insurance does the book recommend for chimney sweep businesses?
They highlight four main types:
Okay, let's hear them.
general liability insurance,
Mm-hmm.
workers' compensation insurance,
Okay.
vehicle
Right,
insurance,
got it.
and then business professional liability insurance.
Okay. Break those down for me.
So general liability protects you against claims of like bodily injury or property damage that's caused by your operations.
Mm-hmm.
Workers' comp covers medical expenses and lost wages for employees who are injured on the job.
Right.
Vehicle insurance is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, especially when you're driving to different job sites every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then professional liability, that covers your legal defense costs and any damages
Okay.
if you're sued for negligence or mistakes in your professional services.
So it's like a safety net for your business.
It is.
It might seem like an added expense,
Yeah.
but it's essential for mitigating those risks and protecting yourself in the long run. Okay. Now, I want to talk about something that I hadn't even considered before reading this book. Building codes. Why are they so important for a chimney sweep business?
Understanding building codes and adhering to them is
Okay.
not just about passing inspections.
Right.
It's about providing safe and reliable service
Hmm.
and establishing a reputation for professionalism.
So your clients need to know that you're not cutting corners
Exactly.
and that you're prioritizing their safety and the integrity of their home.
Absolutely.
So it goes beyond just cleaning chimneys.
Right.
You really need to understand the structural and safety aspects of the
Yeah.
whole system.
Yes.
Okay, so how does this book suggest mastering those codes?
They recommend kind of a multi-pronged approach.
Okay.
So attend workshops and seminars,
Mm-hmm.
subscribe to services that provide code updates,
Gotcha.
network with building inspectors and other industry professionals,
Okay.
and constantly apply your knowledge in real-world scenarios.
So it's about being proactive, continuously learning, and making sure you're always up to date.
Absolutely.
Okay, what about the financial side of things? Managing taxes and finances can be a real headache for any business owner. What insights does this book offer?
They really emphasize the importance of meticulous record keeping.
Okay.
So use a dedicated company credit card to track your expenses
Okay.
and to build business credit.
Mm-hmm.
Keep detailed records of all your sales, invoices, expenses,
Right.
and whatever you do, don't mix personal and business finances.
Oh, yeah. That's a recipe for disaster come tax time.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Having that separate business credit card seems like it would really simplify things
Absolutely.
and help you build that positive credit history.
Mhm.
And they also suggest hiring an accountant or a financial advisor
Yeah.
who understands small business operations.
It can make a big difference.
Yeah, having that expert in your corner to help you navigate those tax laws, maximize deductions, and develop those smart financial strategies can really help you get to that multi-million-dollar level. Now, this book also delves into the exciting world of how technology is transforming the chimney sweep industry.
It does.
We've already talked about the AI-powered drones,
Yeah.
but what other technological advancements does it explore?
So they envision a future where smartphone apps play a central role.
Okay.
So homeowners can use these apps to schedule appointments,
Yeah.
receive estimates,
Right.
track the progress of their service,
Ah.
even communicate directly with their chimney sweep.
That sounds incredibly convenient
It is.
for the homeowner.
Yeah.
It really streamlines that whole process.
Absolutely.
And I imagine for the chimney sweep business, it could really revolutionize how they operate.
Yeah, you can schedule more efficiently. You can manage customer communication more effectively.
Right.
You can even offer add-on services
Interesting.
like virtual consultations or remote chimney monitoring.
It's using technology to enhance that customer experience, streamline your operations, and create new opportunities for revenue.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see how embracing these advancements would be crucial for staying competitive
It would.
in the future. And it's not just about the flashy new tech, it's
Oh.
about using technology to make your business smarter and more efficient.
Exactly.
Like, are you using online scheduling? Are you using online payment platforms?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
those are the foundational things
Exactly.
that can really save you time and improve that client experience. Now, the book takes a step back from the tech and reminds us that the human element is still crucial.
It is.
What does it have to say about building a strong team and creating that positive work environment?
It emphasizes the importance of treating your employees with respect,
Mm-hmm.
recognizing their contributions,
Yeah.
and providing opportunities for growth.
Okay.
So you want to create a positive work environment where your employees feel valued,
Right.
they
Yeah.
feel appreciated,
Wow.
and they feel empowered.
So they can contribute their best work.
Exactly.
Yeah, creating that sense of community, that sense of shared purpose, especially in a trade like this, which can be pretty physically demanding and sometimes dangerous.
Absolutely.
It's more than just a paycheck. It's about feeling like you're part of something bigger.
It is.
And the book also encourages you to invest in your employees' development,
Mm.
both professionally and personally.
Yeah.
So maybe create a mentorship program
Right.
where experienced technicians can guide and support newer team members.
Absolutely.
It's fostering that culture of continuous learning and growth.
Exact.
Those are some great ideas. Okay, now let's move on to another essential aspect of any business,
Okay.
customer service. What insights does the book offer for providing exceptional service in the chimney sweep industry?
It all starts with training your customer service representatives to be knowledgeable, friendly, and responsive.
Mm-hmm. They need to be able to answer those client questions accurately and address their concerns with empathy
Right.
and professionalism.
That first interaction can really make or break a customer's experience.
It can.
So having a friendly, helpful representative can go a long way.
Absolutely. What else do they recommend?
They emphasize the importance of active listening.
Okay.
So your representative should really understand the client's concerns and questions before they offer any solutions.
So it's not just about providing information, it's about building that rapport
Right.
and showing that you genuinely care.
Exactly. And they suggest using technology to enhance your customer service.
Okay, how so?
So a CRM system can really help you track client interactions,
Mm-hmm.
preferences, service history,
Okay.
and it allows you to personalize your communications
Right.
and offer more tailored solutions.
So it's that combination of technology and the human touch.
Exactly.
You're using data to provide a more personalized and attentive service. Are there any other specific tips that they offer for going above and beyond with customer service?
They encourage you to go the extra mile by
Okay.
sending follow-up emails after appointments, making courtesy calls to check on the client's satisfaction, host speaker, and even sending handwritten thank you notes to
Oh,
show your
yeah,
appreciation.
those little personal touches can
Yeah.
really make a difference.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's shift gears and talk about the financial side of running a chimney sweep business.
Okay.
The book gives some really practical advice
Hmm.
about managing your cash flow, setting prices, and ultimately making sure you're turning a profit.
Right.
So this is where things get real for any business owner.
Yeah.
What are some of the key financial principles that the book emphasizes?
It all starts with a budget.
Okay.
You need to create a detailed budget
Right.
that tracks all your income and all your expenses.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be realistic
Yeah.
with your projections.
Right.
Factor in unexpected costs
Okay.
and monitor your progress regularly.
So a budget is like a roadmap for your finances.
Yeah.
Okay. And it helps you stay on track and reach your destination.
Exactly.
But it's not just about creating the budget. No.
It's about tracking those actual numbers,
Absolutely.
comparing them to your projections,
Mm.
and making adjustments as needed.
Right.
Now, they also recommend getting help
Yeah.
from a professional,
Absolutely.
an accountant or a financial advisor
Mm-hmm.
who really understands small business operations,
It makes a huge difference.
because they can help you with those tricky tax laws,
Right.
help you maximize your deductions,
Mm-hmm.
and really develop smart financial strategies
Absolutely.
that can help you grow your business. And of course, don't forget about pricing.
Right.
Talked about that earlier. But it's so important
It is.
to make sure you're setting profitable prices
Yes.
that reflect the value that you're providing.
Absolutely.
So can you remind me how a chimney sweep business can figure out what those right prices are?
So the book recommends looking at all of your costs,
Okay.
your materials, your labor, your overhead,
Mm-hmm.
even your desired profit margin,
Right.
and then setting your prices accordingly.
Don't undervalue your services.
Right.
Don't try to undercut the competition.
Mm-hmm.
Really focus on the value that you provide,
Right.
the quality of your work, and your expertise.
Okay, so it's about positioning yourself as that premium service provider,
Absolutely.
not just the cheapest option out there.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about something that's so important for any service-based business,
Okay.
customer retention.
Hmm.
Why is it so crucial for chimney sweep businesses to focus on keeping those existing clients happy and coming back for more?
Because it's so much more cost-effective to keep a client
Right.
than it is to constantly be out there trying to acquire new ones.
It's about building those long-term relationships.
It is.
Yeah.
And those loyal clients, the ones who really value your services
Mhm.
and who recommend you to their friends and family,
Right.
those are the foundation of a sustainable business.
Absolutely. So how can a chimney sweep business foster that customer loyalty and encourage repeat business?
It starts with providing exceptional service that consistently exceeds your client's expectations.
Yeah, be punctual, be professional, be thorough.
Wow.
Address any concerns quickly and with courtesy.
You're delivering on your promises,
Mm.
and you're making sure every client feels valued and appreciated.
Exactly.
Mm.
And what about staying in touch with those clients?
Oh, that's so important.
After the service is complete,
Mm.
what do they have to say about that?
Send those follow-up emails.
Okay,
Make
yeah.
those courtesy calls.
Mm-hmm.
Just check in, see how they're doing,
Right.
see if they have any questions.
Yeah.
You can even send a handwritten thank you note
Oh, wow.
just to show your appreciation.
Those little things
Yeah.
can really go a long way,
They can?
especially in a world where everything is so automated and impersonal.
Absolutely.
It's about building that rapport, showing them that you care. And what about loyalty programs?
Oh, those are a great idea.
Yeah.
So, reward, repeat business,
Mhm.
offer discounts, exclusive offers,
Oh.
maybe early access to appointments.
It's incentivizing those loyal customers
Yeah.
to keep coming back for more.
Okay, now we talked a lot about online presence,
Right.
but the book also talks about the importance of getting involved in your community.
Mm-hmm.
So how can a chimney sweep business
Mm-hmm.
leverage that community engagement
Yeah.
to grow their business and build a positive reputation?
Getting involved in your local community is such a great way to
Yeah.
raise awareness,
Right.
build goodwill, create those connections
Mhm.
that can lead to new clients and referral partnerships.
It's about being a good neighbor,
right.
and giving back to the community that supports you.
Absolutely.
So what are some specific strategies that they recommend for community involvement?
You could sponsor local events
Okay.
like charity runs, festivals, school fundraisers.
Those are all great ideas.
You can partner with local organizations like
Yeah.
the fire department
Right.
or community centers,
Mhm.
maybe offer free chimney inspections or safety presentations.
It's a great way to give back.
And showcase your expertise
Right.
at the same time. What else do they suggest?
Volunteer
Okay.
your time, your resources,
Mhm.
support local causes that align with your values.
So it's a win-win, right?
Yeah.
You're helping your community, but you're also promoting your business.
Absolutely.
And don't forget about networking.
Networking is so important.
Yeah.
Join the local business networks,
Mm-hmm.
chambers of commerce,
Okay.
connect with other professionals,
Great.
build relationships,
Build those connections.
explore potential referral partnerships.
So it's about creating this web of connections within your community
Yeah,
that can support your growth.
absolutely.
Now, before we wrap up this part of the deep dive,
Okay.
I want to talk about something that's crucial for any business owner.
Mm-hmm.
Setting goals
Right. Yeah.
and creating a vision for the future.
Yes.
Why is this so important?
So setting goals
Yeah.
provides direction, it provides motivation,
Right.
it gives you something to strive for,
Yeah.
and it helps you make decisions
Okay.
that are in line with your long-term vision.
So whether it's hitting a specific revenue target,
Yeah.
expanding your services,
Mhm.
or building a certain number of client relationships,
Right.
having those well-defined goals is important.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
It's about creating a concrete plan
Absolutely.
with those clear objectives
Yeah.
and timelines.
It's about having a roadmap for success.
A roadmap for success.
Wow.
Like that. So what strategies does the book recommend for setting those effective goals?
So they talk about using a framework like SMART goals,
Okay, I've heard of that.
which stands for
Yeah.
specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Right, so they're well-defined,
Mm-hmm.
they're actionable,
Yes.
and they're in line with your overall vision.
Exactly.
What else do they suggest?
They also encourage you to break down those bigger goals into smaller steps.
Okay, so you're not just overwhelmed by this huge goal.
Right.
You're breaking it down into bite-sized pieces.
Exactly. And you can actually achieve.
It makes the journey a lot less daunting.
It does. And it allows you to track your progress and celebrate those milestones along the way.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's talk about something that's become increasingly important.
Yeah.
In today's digital age,
Mm-hmm.
building a strong online presence.
Right.
Why is this so crucial for chimney sweep businesses?
So potential clients are looking for services online
Yeah,
before they even think about picking up the phone.
that's true.
So having a strong online presence, a
Mm.
professional website,
Right.
active social media profiles,
Yeah.
positive online reviews.
It's essential for attracting new clients,
Yeah,
building that brand awareness, and really showcasing your expertise.
absolutely. It's about meeting your clients where they are
Right.
and making a great first impression.
It's your digital first impression.
It is.
Okay, so what are some of the key elements of a strong online presence for a chimney sweep business?
You have to start with a professional website.
That is mobile friendly, easy
Yeah.
to navigate,
Right.
and optimized for search engines.
So people can actually find you
Yeah.
when they're searching for chimney sweeps in their area.
Exactly. Think of it as your online storefront.
Okay.
It needs to showcase your services,
Right.
your experience testimonials, contact information.
It all starts there. It's your digital first impression.
Wow.
What about social media? How can chimney sweeps use platforms like Facebook and Instagram to grow their business?
Social media is such a powerful tool
Yeah.
to connect with potential clients,
Mm-hmm.
share valuable content, build brand awareness.
Okay.
So use those platforms like
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter
Right.
to post engaging content,
What kind of content?
photos and videos of your work,
Okay.
behind-the-scenes glimpses of your team,
Mm-hmm.
tips for chimney maintenance,
Right.
customer testimonials.
It's about being active and engaging online,
Yes.
showing potential clients that you're an expert,
Mm-hmm.
and building that community around your brand. Okay. What about those online directories and review sites?
Those are important too.
Yeah.
So claim your business listings
Okay.
on sites like Google My Business,
Mm-hmm.
Yelp, Angie's List.
Got it.
Make sure your business information is accurate and up to date,
Okay.
and encourage those satisfied clients
Yeah.
to leave positive reviews.
Right. This can be so valuable.
They are.
And don't forget to respond to the reviews.
Oh, absolutely.
Both positive and negative,
Yes.
promptly and professionally.
It shows you care.
Yeah. Managing your online reputation is crucial.
It is.
Those positive reviews can really build trust with those potential clients.
Yeah.
And addressing those negative reviews
Right.
shows that you're committed to customer satisfaction,
Absolutely.
that you're willing to go the extra mile.
It's all about engagement.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about something that can be a real game changer for any business.
Okay.
Creating a referral program.
I love referral programs.
They're so powerful
They are.
because those recommendations are
Mhm.
coming from a trusted source.
Right.
So when a satisfied client recommends you
Yeah.
to their friends or family,
Yeah.
they're essentially vouching for your quality and your professionalism.
And those referrals are much more likely to convert
Yeah.
than leads generated through other marketing channels.
It's word of mouth marketing
Yes.
at its best.
It is.
So how can a chimney sweep business create a system that encourages those referrals
Mm-hmm.
and generates those valuable leads consistently?
It all starts with providing exceptional service
Okay.
that goes above and beyond.
Right.
But don't be afraid to ask for those referrals.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Sometimes we forget to just ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so let those clients know that
Yeah.
you appreciate those referrals
Yeah.
and that their recommendations are valuable to your business.
Exactly.
Make it easy for them.
Mhm.
Give them referral cards, online forms, social media sharing options.
Yeah.
Okay, now what about incentivizing those referrals?
Oh, yeah.
Does the book recommend offering rewards for successful referrals?
Absolutely.
Okay, like what?
So offer incentives to both the referrer and the new client.
Okay.
So things like discounts, gift cards, free services.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
It is.
The referrer gets rewarded for their loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
The new client gets a great deal.
Right.
And your business benefits from that valuable referral.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about something that's crucial for any business owner,
Okay.
but especially for those in demanding trades like chimney sweeping, maintaining a positive mindset,
Mm-hmm.
and avoiding burnout.
So important.
Running a business can be a roller coaster.
It can.
Long hours, unexpected challenges, the constant pressure to succeed.
Right.
So it's easy to get caught up in that day-to-day grind
Yeah.
and lose sight of the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
So how do you maintain that positive mindset
Yeah.
and prevent burnout?
So the book talks about the importance of self-care.
Okay, self-care, we hear that a lot these days.
We do.
But what does it actually mean for a busy business owner?
It means taking time for yourself,
Okay.
doing things that bring you joy,
Mm,
help you recharge.
okay.
So, spend time with loved ones,
Right.
pursue hobbies, exercise,
Yeah.
get enough sleep,
Mm.
even just take breaks throughout the day.
Those are all important
Yeah,
to clear your head and refocus.
absolutely.
So it's not selfish
No,
to take care of
oh,
yourself.
it's essential.
It's essential for you and for your business. And they
Yes.
also talk about the power of perspective.
Right.
So when you're feeling overwhelmed
Mm-hmm.
or discouraged,
Mm-hmm.
take a step back.
Right.
Remind yourself of your accomplishments, your
Yeah.
goals,
Yeah.
and why you started this whole thing in the first place.
Exactly.
So it's
Yeah.
about focusing on the positive,
Hmm.
celebrating those successes,
Yeah.
and reigniting that passion that drives you forward.
Okay.
Do they have any other strategies for maintaining a positive mindset?
Connect with other entrepreneurs,
Okay.
other business owners,
Yeah.
people who understand the challenges, the
Yeah.
reward.
Of running a business.
Yeah, having
Yeah.
that support system can make
Mhm.
a world of difference.
You can bounce ideas off each other. You can vent your frustrations,
Absolutely.
celebrate your wins, offer encouragement and advice.
It's so important.
And what about industry events,
Oh, yeah.
conferences, workshops?
Those are great
Yeah.
for staying motivated and inspired.
So you're staying connected to your industry,
Mm-hmm.
you're learning about new trends, new technologies,
Right.
and you're surrounding yourself with people who are passionate about what they do.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's shift gears and talk about something that's at the heart of any successful business,
Okay.
building a strong team
Mm-hmm.
and creating a positive work environment.
Yeah.
A chimney sweep business,
Yeah.
especially one aiming for multi-million-dollar growth,
Yeah.
is only as strong as the people who make it happen.
That's true.
So, what insights does this book offer for building and managing a high-performing team?
Treat your employees with respect.
Okay.
Recognize their contributions.
Mm-hmm.
Provide opportunities for growth,
Okay.
both professional and personal.
Got it.
So you want to create a positive work environment where people feel valued,
Right.
appreciated, and empowered to do their best work.
Okay, so it's about more than just perks or bonuses.
Right.
It's about fostering that sense of camaraderie,
Mm-hmm.
that shared purpose,
Absolutely.
especially given the nature of the work itself.
Exactly. And that leads into another important point that the book covers.
Okay.
Managing risk.
Oh, yeah, risk management. That's a big one.
It is.
Because chimney sweeping, by its very nature,
Right.
involves certain dangers.
Yes.
Working at heights, exposure to hazardous materials, using specialized equipment.
It's a risky business.
It is. So, what strategies does the book recommend for creating that culture of safety
Mhm.
within a chimney sweep business?
You need to have a comprehensive safety program with written policies and procedures,
Right.
regular safety training for all employees,
Mhm.
and a system for reporting any accidents or near misses.
So you're not just reacting to things, you're
It-
proactively identifying potential hazards
Exactly.
and putting those preventative measures in place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And invest in high quality equipment.
Right?
Make sure it's properly maintained
Mm-hmm.
and make sure your employees have the proper PPE.
PPE, that's personal protective equipment.
Yeah, so that's your hard hats.
Okay.
Safety glasses, gloves, respirators.
Right.
Make sure they know how to use it and when to use it.
It's about giving your team the tools
That's right.
and the knowledge that they need to stay safe.
Exactly.
Okay. And we talked about insurance earlier,
Right.
but how does that fit into this overall risk management strategy?
Insurance is your safety net.
Okay.
It provides financial protection
Mm-hmm.
if an accident does happen or if there's damage to a client's property.
Mm.
So you want to make sure you have that general liability insurance,
Mhm.
workers' compensation, vehicle insurance,
Right.
professional liability.
It's about having those safeguards in place
Yes.
to protect your business and your employees.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's talk about something that's really important in a service industry like this.
Okay.
Building a strong brand.
Mm-hmm.
Reputation is everything.
Yeah.
So how does this book approach branding for chimney sweeps?
It emphasizes creating a clear and consistent brand identity
Okay.
that reflects your company's values,
Mm-hmm.
quality of service,
Right.
and expertise.
So it's more than just a logo or a slogan. It's
Yeah.
about creating that cohesive and memorable brand experience.
Start with a unique brand name,
Okay.
logo, color scheme that are visually appealing and memorable,
Right.
and then craft your brand
Your
voice.
brand voice.
Yeah, so that's the tone and style of your communication.
Okay.
But you want to be consistent with that
Right.
across all your marketing materials.
So from your website
Mhm.
to your social media
Do
posts,
your interactions with clients.
it's about creating that cohesive and recognizable identity.
Absolutely.
Okay, now what about showcasing your work?
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
How do you actually show potential clients what you do?
Right, and the quality of your service.
Use high-quality photos and videos
Okay.
to capture your work.
Right.
Showcase before and after shots.
Right, those are always impressive.
Yeah.
Highlight your team's skills. Create engaging content that really gives potential clients a glimpse of
Yeah.
what you can do.
Absolutely. Seeing is believing.
Especially when it comes to a service like this
Right.
that involves those specialized skills and that specialized equipment.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's move on to something that can make or break any business.
Okay.
Financial management. What insights does this book offer
Yeah.
for managing those finances effectively and making sure that a chimney sweep business is profitable?
So it emphasizes the importance of really understanding your financials.
Okay.
So tracking that income and expenses,
Yeah.
managing your cash flow,
Mhm.
setting those profitable prices,
Right.
and making smart decisions about investments and growth.
It's about being financially savvy
It is.
and treating your business like a business,
Mm.
not just a side hustle
Right.
or a hobby.
Absolutely.
So what are some of those key financial principles that chimney sweep business owners should focus on?
It all starts with a detailed budget.
Okay, a budget. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
But can you remind me,
Yeah.
what are those essential elements of a good budget?
So you want to outline your projected income and expenses
Okay.
for the year.
Okay.
That helps you track your progress.
Mm-hmm.
Identify areas where you can maybe cut costs
Right.
or increase revenue, and it helps you make informed decisions about your spending.
So it's like a financial roadmap to
Yes.
guide you towards your goals.
Exactly.
But again, it's not just about creating the budget.
No.
It's about tracking those actual numbers,
Absolutely.
comparing them to your projections, making adjustments as needed,
Right.
and of course, getting professional advice from an accountant or a financial advisor
Yeah.
who really understands small businesses.
They can be invaluable.
Yeah, help you with those tax laws,
Right.
maximize your deductions,
Mm-hmm.
develop those smart financial strategies.
Yes.
And of course, pricing.
Pricing.
We talked about that.
Right.
But it's so important to get it right.
It is.
How do you determine those profitable prices
Hmm.
that reflect the value that you provide?
So look at all of your costs,
Uh-huh.
materials, labor, overhead,
Right,
and then factor in your profit margin,
right.
and then set your prices accordingly.
Don't undercut yourself.
No.
Don't be afraid to charge what you're worth.
Absolutely.
Position yourself as that premium service provider.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about customer retention.
Customer retention.
Why is it so important for chimney sweep businesses to focus on keeping those existing clients happy?
It's much more cost-effective
Right.
to keep a client
Yeah.
than it is to constantly be out there
Yeah.
acquiring new ones.
You've already done the work to get them in the door,
Exactly.
so you want to keep them coming back for more.
Absolutely.
Those loyal clients are the foundation
Yes.
of a sustainable and profitable business.
Right.
So what strategies does the book recommend for fostering that customer loyalty?
It all starts with exceptional service.
Okay, we've heard that before.
Yeah.
But what does it mean in practice?
Be punctual, be professional, be thorough,
Mm-hmm.
address any concerns promptly
Right.
and courteously.
Okay, so you're exceeding their expectations.
Yes, yeah.
You're making sure that every client feels valued
Mhm.
and appreciated. Okay, and what about staying in touch with those clients after the initial service?
That's so important.
Yeah,
Send those follow-up emails.
okay,
Make those courtesy calls.
right.
Just checking in, seeing how they're doing,
Mm.
see if they have any questions.
Okay,
And then you can even go the extra mile
yeah,
and send a handwritten thank you note.
I love that idea.
Yeah,
It's such a personal touch,
it is.
and it shows that you really care.
Absolutely.
What about loyalty programs?
Those are great.
Yeah,
You reward repeat business
okay.
with discounts,
Mm-hmm.
exclusive offers,
Right.
maybe early access to appointments.
So you're giving them a reason to keep coming back.
Exactly.
Okay, we've talked a lot about online presence.
We have.
But the book also delves into the importance of community involvement.
Yes.
So how can a chimney sweep business leverage that community engagement
Hmm.
to grow their business and build a positive reputation.
It's a great way to raise awareness,
Okay.
build goodwill, and create those valuable connections
Mm-hmm.
that can lead to new clients and referral partnerships.
So it's about being a good neighbor
Absolutely.
and giving back to the community that supports you.
It is.
What are some of the specific strategies
Mhm.
that they recommend for community involvement?
You can sponsor local events
Okay.
like charity runs, festivals, school fundraisers.
Those are all great.
You can also partner with local organizations
Right.
like the fire department,
Right.
community centers,
Okay.
maybe offer free chimney inspections or safety presentations.
So you're giving back
Yeah,
and you're showcasing your expertise at the same time.
exactly. You can volunteer
Okay.
your time, your resources
Hmm.
to support those local causes that align with your values.
So it's a win-win.
It
So you're
is.
helping the community
Mm-hmm.
and you're promoting your business.
Right.
And don't forget about networking.
Networking is so important.
It is.
Participate in those local business networks,
Mm.
chambers of commerce,
Right.
connect with other professionals,
Right.
build relationships.
Yeah, those personal connections can be so valuable.
They can.
So it's about creating that web of connections within your community
Yes,
that can really help to support your growth.
absolutely.
Now, before we move on to the final part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to touch on something that's crucial for any business owner:
Mm-hmm.
setting goals
Right.
and creating a vision for the future.
So important.
Why is this so important for chimney sweep businesses?
Setting clear goals gives you direction.
Okay.
It gives you motivation.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you make decisions
Right.
that are in line with your long-term vision.
So whether it's achieving a specific revenue target,
Mhm.
expanding your service offerings,
Right.
building a certain number of client relationships,
Yeah,
having those well-defined goals can really help to keep you focused and accountable.
absolutely. It's about having that roadmap for success.
Right. And breaking down that multi-million-dollar dream into those achievable milestones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what strategies does the book recommend for setting those effective goals?
Yeah. How do you actually go about doing it?
So they suggest using a framework
Okay.
like SMART goals,
SMART goals. I've heard of that.
which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Okay. So it's not just about, I want to make $1 million.
Right.
It's about, I want to make $1 million by this date,
Yeah,
and here are the specific steps that I'm going to take to get there.
exactly. It's about having that plan.
Right. And they also encourage you to break down those larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps.
Yeah, it makes it a lot less daunting,
It does.
and it helps you track your progress and celebrate those milestones along the way.
It's about building momentum and staying motivated.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, this has been quite a deep dive.
It has.
We've covered so many different aspects of building a successful chimney sweep business,
Yeah.
from strategy and leadership
Mhm.
to finance and marketing,
Right.
sales, customer service,
Yeah.
technology, safety, even community involvement.
It's a lot.
It is, but building a thriving business in any industry really does require that multifaceted approach.
It does. It's about combining those technical skills with that business acumen,
Right,
embracing innovation
right.
while staying true to your core values
Mm.
and never losing sight of that human element.
Right, that human connection.
Yeah.
It's been fascinating to see how these principles apply to a trade
Mm.
that might seem simple on the surface,
Right.
but it's actually a masterclass in entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it really shows you that success in any field
Mm-hmm.
comes down to hard work,
Right.
smart decisions,
Yeah.
a willingness to learn and adapt,
Mm,
and a passion for what you do.
absolutely.
Hmm.
So what stands out to you? What surprised you the most about our deep dive into the world of chimney sweeping?
I think for me, the biggest takeaway is that even in a world that's increasingly driven by technology,
Mm-hmm.
those human skills,
Mm-hmm.
empathy, problem solving, relationship building,
Yeah.
those are still crucial for success.
They are, and it was really inspiring to see how chimney sweep businesses can leverage technology to enhance their services,
Right.
streamline their operations,
Mhm.
connect with clients in new and innovative ways.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see that innovation.
It is. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the world of chimney sweeping.
Okay.
We hope you learned something new
Mm-hmm.
and maybe even got inspired
Yeah.
to start your own business.
Possible.
It is, and if you do,
Yeah,
remember, keep those chimneys clean.
absolutely.
Until next time.